actually represented, then what are the specific youth policy frameworks in this particular report and reforms that are actually looking out for you as the young people?
I may not have the policy frameworks often, but just to observe whatever the government have been taking steps to do is you notice the youth is at the center of a plan of this government. And if you give the information of what the government is trying to do, you realize in every plan is a youth. Even opening this business opportunity, giving out like 22,000, this is not a loan first. This is a grant. And when you are able to improve your business, then you'll be given a loan. Unless Nick hasn't been following. You really need to follow it well. The 22,000 is not a loan. But now there's a next phase of finance. There's no coming that will give up to 50,000, whereby you can take a loan over it. And we want to encourage many youths who maybe probably they are not informed today, that you do not need to open and actually that thing is, there is a misinformation. Today, I'm a business person. I have registered several companies. Before, for more than 5 years, I used to think that registering a company will take up to 25,000. You remember lawyers would ask like, you need 25,000 to do registration. So for more than, those days we used to reserve a company at 150 shillings. Today you don't reserve, it doesn't allow reservation. So you either register business number 950 or you go to limited company at 10,600. At times you can be charged up to 20 if you assign it a lawyer so that they get a memorandum of association and blah, blah. So for more than 5 years, I always postponed registering because I could not get the 25,000 because of lack of information. So we want to share to the youths today that you can even do it from your laptop. You can even go to the cyber and spend 100 shillings or 200 shillings to ask the person there to register for you through your e-citizen. And then they prompt your M-Pesa with 950 shillings. You just need to get the names, then they do the search. And then you'll be able, once you have the certificate, you can open an account. The same partnership, the same business name can also allow partnership. If you want to do, if you are 3 people having a company and you're doing together, even if it's a business name, it can allow partnership. If you want to go into construction, you can apply for NCS and do the construction. So it is really workable in this country. So today, if you have 22,000 shillings and you can register a business with 1,000 and you begin with 21, you can still be able to do something. You realize also that people who have been doing business, existing business. So this 22,000 came in to boost whatever they have been doing. If somebody would have wondered, like I also know a lady in this town who has been, there are people who take like such a space. And then they have a sewing machines. Then you are employed to use one. So every day you have to have your own clients. So you pay like you remember, how the mokokotenis are given in town. Maybe you are alone in a day, you pay 500. Unaenda kutafutia pesa, you bring 500 shillings in the evening. So that person today got 22,000 and she was able to buy her own machine now. You get it? Maybe with some debts remaining to be paid slowly. So there are many opportunities today if we observe and you are able to get it. One of the challenges that we face is activism in politics, whereby now I notice a weakness you have, like a government, and I run with it. If today we place in idea-based discussion, that today's, what is it that we can, the other team can offer to us alternatively, then we will be able to grow and we will be able to build up ideas. Because it's either you tell us alternative ideas you can bring in, and why you want to be given a chance to lead. Or you come to the government and say, these are my inputs. Can we consider so that we better the delivery of the country? Because since we came to this studio today, Nick has only been saying what criticism. To date, he has not given us even one single idea on how we can better the life of a youth.
Nick,
if you observe,
for once, now that they've brought this up so many times,
for once, as you hand over to Nick,
what alternatives do you have as the? I don't know if you're in opposition, if you're part of the United Alternative Government, as you call it now, the alternatives that you have. If, say, for example, SHA is not working, then what else? What is the alternative? That if the affordable housing is not it, the taxes are not it, then what's the alternative? I think that is what they want to hear in this conversation.
And
I think my starting point will be this. These people coming from broad-base, that is Leon and Hans, they have a tactic in a way to silence the voice of the young people. When you come here and defend an issue of a young people, you are already labeled. Oh, unajua, sijui umetoka United Opposition, oh, sasa mmebadilisha jina, mnajita United Alternative. They are forgetting one element. When we young people came to the street, we came to the street without incorporation of one, the late Raila Amolo Odinga. 2, Kalonzo Musyoka. 3, William Ruto. We young people came out strongly to defend, 1, the issue of finance bill, because it was becoming hectic. But that is not what they want to speak about. They want to label issues and silence the voice of young people, which alternatively is always baseless. But let me respond to the issue of what they're saying about solutions. If the president was willing to listen to young people, when we said, look, when you introduce issues of housing, issuing of housing levy still affects our payslip. A large number of us still are not even interested in going to those houses. 1, building a house is a personal issue, but the president was like, no, this issue, it has to be implemented whether you like it or not. And number 2, when we talk about the issue of now Nyota program, well, these are what young people are saying. Before Nyota fund came, before Hustler fund came, there's a fund called Youth Enterprise Developmental Fund that is already in existence. 1, this fund has not been incorporated enough to the roots to facilitate the young people. Young people are still struggling even to access that fund by means of policies and application. Number 3, because this fund is also a grant, and both a grant to some extent and a loan. Because a loan or a grant you are given in some way to either start a business or to boost your business. Number 4, because they're talking about solutions, a majority of young people have gone to school. For example, I have done, by profession, I'm a chemical and petroleum engineering. They still know, for example, where I'm coming from in my field, we are mining oil. There are no proper structures even to absorb young people who are doing chemical engineering either in TUK or Moi universities. That's what we are talking about. If you have done business, right, and above all, not everyone can become a business person, because a business person, you have to understand how the business works and the business risks. The government of the day, because it's their responsibility by law, they need to empower. You see, not to take power, because what they're looking for is power. And what we are saying, we want to empower. You
believe Nyota Fund is not empowering?
It's not empowering enough. These are structure of getting power 2027.
What would you prefer to be done?
What I will prefer is simple. 1, young people are struggling to get to the universities, right? The job system was failing to a point whereby the loans were becoming so heavy on the university, right? They needed, 1, to discuss first how the lecturers get paid and how the burden can be proportionally, if transferred to the parents, be adaptable.